Welcome in. Today we are checking out the Spooky Manor MOC number BWR005. This set is the latest MOC in the Barweer Collaborative Collection, and it was designed by Yang Yang. This highly detailed set is based on the popular Addams Family mansion and features 3,378 high-quality pieces, printed pieces, and a high-quality paper manual. MiniFigures will also be included with the pre-sale sets. Thank you to Barweer for sending this set for review. We are Barweer affiliates, and as a result, you can save 14% at Barweer using code SheClicksBricks. Now let's see if this is a great MOC or just a scary waste of time. This set is built on a base plate and a half, so a good size overall. The front is all tiled on this side of the fence to look like concrete, but then on the other side of the fence, it's our bare base plate. And I like the color green. It looks like a rustic kind of grass. Over on this side, we have our tree. Very basic, but really nice build. It stays together well. And we have an owl there with a printed face. We also have the fencing along the edge, which I like that there's some posts missing to give it that more of that spookiness look. And then we've got a couple of red pillars here and the gate that opens to our front door. So on the first floor, we have our front door, and we do have some windows on each side. Now there are just window frames. There's no actual panes in any of the windows in this set, which is interesting. But I like the windows that they use, that they're kind of thick around the trim. Over here, we have the side of a greenhouse that sticks out. So when we get to that side, we'll look at it a little closer. We do have a window here in the middle with our bat hanging, printed, and we have a printed piece here. We have a couple of those around the set to look like wood boards. Up to the roof, we have some peaks and some windows. There's a ton of windows in this set. And I love this tower piece that goes through the middle, almost like a clock tower shape. And then we've got the same fencing around the roof and on the top peak as well. Really great job with these pieces around the roof, that there's some indented and some that stick out with the triangle pieces and the different colors with the dark green and the light green. And then we have the dark brown and the light brown. On this side, our fencing continues and our red bricks continue as well. But you can really see here how the broken fencing is, and we're missing a lot of those posts there. I like that detail. We do have, turn this around here, the Duke's tomb. So the headstone there in the yard, which is neat. We come back here, we have our greenhouse. This is a better view of it. There are some plants in there. And then we come up to the terrace here on the top with broken fencing as well. Now look at this here. This brown is like the boards underneath the siding, but it's all broken. And then we have the board hanging there. And then there's actually a little crack in the building as well. Really nice detail. We've got another door and some windows. Again, no glass in the windows. And this is a really good look at all of the detail in the edging of this roof. Again, really well done and so much fun to build those. And our fencing continues all the way around the roof here. And this is the back. We do have a bat on the headstone. You can see his red eyes. But the back of this, the architecture detail is really well done. It continues with the boards and the brown. This is like a bay window, an extension of the room on that second floor. Really nice. There's just a table in there with a candle. But there's also some exposed studs here too. Give it lots of definition. You'll notice that this window, and then look at the other window, there's only a peak on one of them. So there's all kinds of different things going on, but I really like the shape of this. And on this side, our fence continues. We've got a shrub there at the bottom, some vegetation growing on the building. And we've got a spider in a spider web. Also another look at that roof. As we go through the front door into the first floor, we come to this grand staircase. The railings are built very different than I've seen. Actually, it's the bottom of the bricks. So this You can see the underside leads into the door where we could see the table and the candles from the other side. It's just a little room there. Over to the left, we have a grand library with a really nice bookcase, nice little build. That actually leads into an office here on the back corner where we have a table and a lamp and some weaponry on the walls. Over to the right, we have our kitchen. So we have a kitchen table and we have our stove there. And then in behind that, we have, it looks like an empty hole, but it actually leads down to this little escape hatch here. So more on that as we go up through the set. We'll show you a little bit more. We also have this greenhouse. So now we can see inside. So there's a flower bed there where we have all of the greenery that's in there with the trees and the flowers and plants. Continuing to the second floor, we have another grand staircase. I love this. In behind is open space to allow you to come up from the first floor. We do have a printed piece, which is a clock on the wall, and a printed picture on the wall. Taking a look from this angle, you can see there's a lot of doors in this set, a lot of separate rooms. So on this side, we have a train room, and it is so unique, the pieces used for the train track, and what a fun build this is. And there's a chair in front of it so you can sit and play with the train. In front of that, we've got a bedroom. There's a bed and some candles on the wall. And then over to the right, we have a pantry area. We've got a rat in the pantry and a printed piece. And then in behind that, same as the first floor, we've got that hollow space, but there's actually a door that comes between these rooms so you can get into that space. So it goes right down to the bottom floor. Before we move on, there's a detail that we can't see from the front of this floor. We've got a piano under the steps. Not printed pieces, but those pieces they use look just like piano keys. Our third floor is all bedrooms, but we do have this hallway in between all of them with some nice pictures on the wall, all printed pieces. Over to the left in the front room here, we have a bedroom. This is our largest bedroom, and we've got prints on the wall, a lamp, and we also have a closet and a table in there. In behind that, we have another smaller room. I like that all the beds are all different colors. Gives it a little bit of a pop with this set. We've got a candle in the corner. Over to the other side, we have another bedroom in the back with another different bed and a lamp. And then in this front room, we have a bedroom as well with a printed piece on the wall. And then an interesting piece here in the corner. It actually looks like a guillotine in the bedroom. Very interesting. In the back corner in this bedroom, we do have an actual little pass-through. You can see that phone handle. It's used as a handle, a phone receiver piece. It goes right through. So this passes through the second floor, the bottom floor, and comes right out of that basement, which is really cool. This little tower piece does come off separately, and it's actually a separate little build, which I really enjoyed. We've got the detail around with the siding and the windows, and then this has its own little roof around it as well. Then this top piece also comes off modular style as well. There's not really anything in there, just a little landing area, but it was really fun to build, and I like that it comes off separately. And this is a closer look at the roof. Just a couple layers of green plates with the railings all around it and the trim. And then we have the ceiling joist that you can see right through, which I thought was really neat detail. Now getting this all back together, you notice this terrace comes off on the second floor that goes over our greenhouse. So we just line that up. And then for this floor, we need to get over these steps here through that hole. And then that lines right up. Then we have our roof. It's only a couple of studs on this one. And then we have our tower. there we go. Take a closer look at this pass-through now that we have it all together. So we have the escape hatch open at the top, and take a look at the bottom. Goes all the way through the set. These are 2 minifigs that I received with this set, but to be clear, they don't come with every set. These are just gifts with pre-sale orders. So the one on the left has long hair with braids and an umbrella. Nice detail on the outfit. Each of them comes with a hand. And then the second one has her hair kind of wrapped up top, the braids, so a little bit different hairstyles. Their faces are the same. And the second one also comes with a skirt and like a poofy collar piece to change outfits. So there she is, changed out. Now it looks like a beautiful dress. And here they are from the back. The prints continue, top and bottom. There are holes in the bottoms of the legs, the back of the legs, so that they can fit on studs. And I love the details on the hair pieces, actually. You can see the part in the middle and the braid actually wrapped around the top of her hair. And we changed the outfit back on the other one to show you the details on the back. There's quite a bit of print there. We've already done an unboxing video where we highlighted the fantastic presentation of this box. So we will put the link for that here and in the description of the video. Not going to spend too much time on the manual because we already covered that in the unboxing, but it is really well done. I love that the designer's name is all over the box and the manual. The instructions are the type of instructions where what you've already built is like a muted blue, and then it shows the color of the pieces that you're using. So that takes me a little bit to get used to because not all instructions, but they're so well detailed. I love that you have the number of studs of the pieces that you're looking for. Super helpful. And even though there's lots of steps on each page, it's still really well laid out and easy to follow. This was a fun set. The bricks used are made by MOC, and they really were good. Although every now and then I did come across some that the clutch was a bit tight, but the color match is perfection. At over 3,300 pieces, this is a larger set at approximately 15 by 9.7 by 15 inches. Yang Yang did a great job with this design and with the instructions. And this is a fantastic addition to the Barweer Collaborative Collection. For a good size comparison, I brought in the Barweer Corner Garage Apocalypse Version Modular by SheClicksBricks. I actually think they look pretty good together. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up and subscribe on your way out. And until next time, keep clicking those bricks.